Test, 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 test. If you can't tell by my voice, it has been a hot minute since the previous video and this one. In fact, I am now 4.5 months on testosterone, which is a bit of a jump from the previous one. I think the first video that I recorded, it was before I did my endocrinologist appointment. So for the past 4 months, I have been getting on testosterone. I had several endocrinologist appointments. I'm now happily 4 months on T. There's been no major complications. Everything has been quite fantastic. And right at this point, I'm feeling much more okay with my body and okay showing myself to the public. So when I was going through the beginning steps, what I really wanted to do was talk about how to get onto your transition, especially as a non-binary person. How do you start testosterone? First, you want to talk to your primary care doctor. I visited him, told him that I was non-binary, and told him my objectives. He referred me to an endocrinologist. Your endocrinologist is just a hormone specialist, and they are the ones that are going to get you onto the hormones. I had to have an introduction appointment where I basically said the same thing that I said to my primary doctor. I want to get on testosterone. These are my pronouns. This is my gender. I am transitioning. Diagnosed me with transsexualism and needing hormone replacement. They gave me all the codes that my insurance needed, and they did some preliminary blood work. They then took 4 weeks to get back to me, but after 4 weeks, they called me in and said, hey, we're gonna teach you how to use testosterone. So I had a second endocrinologist appointment. The second endocrinologist appointment, in my opinion, was a little ridiculous. They basically got me in, said that my blood work was fine, and then they proceeded to teach me how to use testosterone, but they didn't give me my first injection, which was a huge disappointment. I very much wanted to have my first shot of T at the doctor's office, but she didn't do it. She just taught me how to do it and then sent me on my way. So if you're about to get your second endocrinologist appointment, just beware that it might not be perfect. From there, I got approved to get a vial of testosterone from my pharmacy. Pro tip, when ordering your first vial of testosterone, they might not also order your needles, so make sure that's on the order as well. And then I started my injections. It was very anxiety inducing. The first time was really hard because the doctor showed me how to do it but didn't actually do it, so I didn't know what it felt like. I inject intramuscular into my butt, and it's really not that bad. I had a really good moment where a couple shots into it, I was home for Christmas and my mom actually saw me do it, and she had this moment of being like, wow, you really need this. And I was like, yeah, no cisgender person would shoot themselves in the butt with oily liquid. After that, everything just started to slowly happening. I felt a lot of my dysphoria and anxiety start to diminish. Sometimes a few days before I take my shot of T, I feel more emotional. But to be honest, if you were born with estrogen in your body, you know what that feels like because you were on a period probably. And periods lead to PMSing, and that's what it feels like 2 days before I take my shot of testosterone. But it's nothing dramatic or hurting me. It's just like, oh, okay, this is my body, these are my hormones, and then I do some more self-care. So in the past 4 months, what have I noticed? My voice has gotten incredibly deeper. I have probably about like 2 more months of major voice changes. So that's pretty exciting. I got a dirt mustache, like a 13-year-old boy, had to shave that off. I noticed that my shoulders have like expanded a bit, which is pretty neat. And my shoe size maybe has increased by ½ an inch. My leg hair has developed an insane amount, and I love it. My partner often comments about how hairy my legs are because she knows how like in love with them I am. I haven't really noticed much change in my libido or strength or stamina or any of those things. In regard to testosterone, I am in the level or range of a male hormones, but I think I am taking just a little bit less than I think the typical trans man would be taking because I am non-binary. So maybe that has something to do with my not heightened libido. I have noticed that I do want to just eat constantly, so that is a change. But those are basically all the changes that have happened, and nothing much in my personal life has changed. Just my ongoing love of myself as I continue to transition. If you watch this video solely for the fact that I would have a cat at the very end, I completely understand. My cats are the cutest thing about me. Hi. Follow me on Instagram if you care. I am Casmico7 and I post an abundance of photos about my life. It is excellent. Alright, well, I'll see you guys later.